The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Here's a breakaway opportunity. Battling and driving a penalty kill. The shot and goal! Battling his way through and backhanding it in is Liam Tamula.
Now that's Martinez. Oh, alley-oop to start it off! Martinez, the gunner, Swanson for the dog.
Ball in towards Kamai. Kamai able to send us down. Kamai beating the keeper. Shot on the way, and Kamai scores.
Yellow Jackets looking to continue that run here, and a nice kick by Kennedy Pilgrim to keep that volley going. And a block at the net.
Time of the sixth. Gold drives one into left center field. Hit well and deep, and a diving catch in left center field. A heck of a grab. Jordan Leininger took extra bases away and 2 down.
Tackle. Fires right side to plate. The hook and ladder. Richter. Joe Steve. He could go. Richter. House. Touchdown Jackets. Levi Richter on the Yellow Jackets lead with 13.8 seconds to go.
Guler has it. 3 seconds to go. Guler with the ball. 1 second at the buzzer. It's in! And the Pelican Rapids Vikings on a shot. And Matty Guler go to the state tournament undefeated at 29-0.
Turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
It's the final game of the regular season. And 99% of high school football across the state of Minnesota. And we are here in Lakes Country getting ready for the Park Rapids Panthers and the Pelican Rapids Vikings. The Vikings coming in as the visitors on the scoreboard. They will have an overall record of 6-1. Their lone loss this year was back on Friday, September 15th in a 36-22 battle with the Barnesville Trojans coming out on top in that one. Otherwise, 28-14 to start the year over Breckenridge, a 48-0 blanket win over War Road, and then that loss to Barnesville that we just hinted on. And then since that, they have won 4 straight, 54-6 over Crookston, 32-22 over Frazee, 14-13 on the road in Hawley, and a 44-14 win just a few days ago on Friday the 13th over the Roseville Rams. And that brings them into tonight's game against Park Rapids. Once again, they are 6-1 overall. QRF ranking, average ranking is 49.6. They're ranked 13 out of 55 teams in Class AA football and 113 out of 350 teams in the state. For the Park Rapids area Panthers, they come in with an overall record of 5-2. They also but they had their 2 losses included their opener against a AAA opponent at Fergus Falls. They actually had a lead against the Otters, but then the Otters battled back and took care of business with a 42-28 win over the Panthers. And then after that, they would win 4 straight after that loss. 35-7 over Crookston, 49-13 over War Road, and that Crookston game was on the road in Crookston. And then at home against War Road and at home against Roseville, a 33-0 win. And then they go down to Hawley and pick up a win over the Nuggets in Hawley by 3, 30-27. And then they would come back home and just get smoked by Barnesville 52-0. And then they would go down to Frazee on Friday, October 13th, and pick up a 43-36 win. So you take Barnesville out of the mix here, and they have an undefeated record in section play. But and then, of course, if you take Barnesville and then their non-section plays out, they would pretty much be undefeated. So in a nutshell, this is the 2 versus 3. Pelican Rapids currently sitting at number 2 in the 8AA standings. Park Rapids at number 3. Now, a win here for Pelican Rapids would most likely lock in a number 2 spot. They cannot do any worse than 3rd. Same scenario for Park Rapids. A win would probably lock in number 2, and they can't do any worse than 3rd. Other games tonight in AA is Frazee hosting Barnesville, Roseville hosting War Road, and Hawley hosting Crookston. So as you look at the standings, Barnesville won. Win or lose tonight, they're more than likely going to lock in that 1 seed. Pelican Rapids and Park Rapids will likely be 2 and 3 depending on the outcome of this game here. And then War Road currently at number 4. If my math was correct, they can do no better than 4, but no worse than 7. Frazee Frazee, no better than 4, no worse than 6. Hawley, no better than 4, no worse than 7th. Roseau, no better than 4, no worse than 8th. And Crookston, no better than 7th and no worse than 8th, of course. So considering there's only 8 spots, that's a good sign. So we'll keep you updated on the Frazee Barnesville, Roseau Warroad, and Hawley Crookston game during our broadcast here as we get score updates. But after tonight's game, they'll either work late or wake up and do it first thing in the morning and probably seed these. Seeding is in October 19th. So, yeah, they're going to seed them tomorrow, according to my notes here. And then we'll know who's playing who in the tournament. Like I said, Barnesville's likely going to lock in the 1 seed. And both of these teams should have a home matchup. No matter the outcome, one of them will end up as 2, the other one will end up as 3. The 1, 2, and 3 seeds are the home teams, in addition to the 4 seed. And then 5, 6, 7, and 8 would be the visiting teams against those respective opponents. So Barnesville would play the 8 seed, the 4 seed would play the 5 seed. Pelican or Park Rapids at 2 would play the 7 seed, and then Pelican or Park Rapids at 3 would play the 6 seed in the tournament, with those games happening on October 24th, with the semifinals on the 28th, and then the championship at the Fargo Dome at 5:30 p.m. on November 3rd. So that's a look at the Section 8 AA tournament and the possibilities of how that bracket could shape up there. We'll take a quick time out here as we're going to be approaching the national anthem, and we'll be back with more in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorth.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120, for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf & Simon Real Estate, 1217 1st Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
For over 30 years, Budget Blinds, based out of Detroit Lakes, has been serving Perham, Fergus Falls, Park Rapids, and the surrounding area. Whether you need blinds, shutters, or drapes, check out the entire inventory online at budgetblinds.com. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit them online today, budgetblinds.com, or give them a call at 218-206-9599. That's 218-206-9599 and online at budgetblinds.com.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors, and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
At Great Clips, we use online check-in to help NHL player Jack Hughes achieve game day flow faster, so he can do more with his time off the clock. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
At Great Clips, we use clip notes to save NHL player Cale Makar's haircut details, so he's always confident in his hockey hair. Because with a name like Kale, you gotta sport great salad. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
I have 3 amazing kids, and it can be a bit complicated.
All right, you guys, you ready?
But there's nothing else like it in the world.
Bye, honey.
Traveling with kids is on another level.
Yay, let's go.
I appreciate all the extra help I can get when we fly.
Hi, how can I help?
I'm honored to get every passenger to their destination.
I'm so grateful that I've been able to fly with my 3 young kids.
At Frontier, we get it. We're flyers too, and we believe the sky is for everyone.
All right, welcome back. You can find us online, our social media pages, Instagram, and all the others. And I guess I don't know why that happened, but we'll go here instead. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Threads, and of course our website at magnitudesn.com. And if you go to that website and click on the schedule button, you'll see what's coming up tonight. Also on Magnitude Sports this evening. They're on with the pregame show, probably getting close to kickoff as we speak. The Dilworth Glendon Felton Rebels hosting the Perham Yellow Jackets in a 8 AAA matchup. We got Park Rapids and Pelican Rapids here, and then you can see playoffs coming up. Our first broadcast will potentially be on October 24th. With 8 AAA football playoffs, and then we'll mix in some volleyball, and we'll see if we can mix in anything else. And then you can see at the bottom there that our winter schedule is starting to fill in a little bit. We don't have it all up there yet, but we will have more of it in the very near future. I can promise you that. So let's go ahead and get ready to go here as we go to the first quarter of play. And once again, we welcome you here to Vern Weekly Field, as it is the number 3 ranked home team Park Rapids area Panthers coming in with an overall record of 5-2, hosting the currently 2 ranked Pelican Rapids Vikings, coming in with an overall record of 6-1. So these two teams have combined for an 11-3 record. And Timmy Guler will be your starting quarterback here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. For the Panthers, it'll be number 4 Noah Morris, and it'll be the Panthers who get the opening kickoff. And that one will be, I lost the ball. There we go. My apologies there. Nice return there by number 16. That's Aiden Manham. Have our PA announcer help us out. So it'll be first down and 10 now.
On the tackle that time, number 4, Jack Kappinga. Panthers have it first and 10, just inside the 20-yard line.
So Park Rapids and both these teams have an orange and black color scheme. Panthers, Park Rapids, will be in the black with orange numerals, while Pelican Rapids will be in the white with the orange numerals. For those who didn't know that, now you know. Morris will shuffle it out. And that's a nice pickup of about
on the carrier on the outside.
4, we'll say 4 yards on that one.
4.
And it'll bring up second down and 6.
On the tackle that time, number 11, Channing Russman.
Panthers will break the huddle. Send a receiver to each side with 2 men in the backfield. Morris working out of the shotgun. And he'll hand it off. And they try to find that hole there, and the Vikings group up quickly, and that white wall will not prevent him from getting much. If they give him forward progress, it's probably going to be about a yard at the maximum.
Brings up third down and 4 for the Panthers. On the tackle that time, number 12, Luke Sholey. And number 2, Mark Kappinga.
Third and a long 4 is what I'm going to call it. It looks closer to 3rd and 5, but 3rd and a long 4 is what we'll call it. 10:44 and counting to go here in the first quarter of play here. 0-0 score on your Wolf & Simon Real Estate scoreboard. Morris will roll out, and he'll fire. And that is caught on the far sideline. And that is enough for a first down.
Pass complete to the outside to Ryan Carroll. Picks up a Panther first down.
So Ryan Carroll on that reception. I'll move the ball up to the 35, maybe a little over the 35, not quite to the 36-yard line. First and 10 here for the Park Rapids area Panthers. I want to thank you for tuning in, whether you're cheering on the Vikings or if you're cheering on the Panthers. We thank you for tuning in. Wish your team the best of luck in this broadcast, in this game, and this broadcast too. The broadcast of the game. You know where I was going with that.
Noah Morris on a quarterback keeper, trying to get the middle. Gain of a
Morris
couple.
will pick up 2
Tackle
on
by
that
number
play
12,
and bring up
Luke Sholey.
2nd down and 8. Place the
Take
ball
that,
at
a gain
the
of 1, brings up
37.
2nd down and 9 for the
Okay,
Panthers.
they're going to go 2nd and 9, I guess. It was a pickup of about 1.5 yards. Ball's on the 37. Two receivers far out with 2 to the left side, or 3 receivers, 1 to each side and 2 to the left. And now a nice catch. Leaps up into the air, and catching that one there is Blake Morris. So Noah Morris to Blake Morris on that connection there for the Park Rapids area Panthers as they continue to keep the ball.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Panthers. Ball just
9:18.
inside the 40-yard line.
Clock is stopped at 9:18 as they mark them out of bounds as they push the ball up to the 40. It's a pickup of 3, brings up 3rd down and 6 here for the Park Rapids area Panthers. Panthers need to get to their own 46-yard line for a 1st down. Morris will roll out. He's looking to pass, and he just overthrows the intended receiver, which was Ryan Carroll.
Intended for Ryan Carroll. Brings up 4th down and 6 for the Panthers.
So 4th down and 6. Looks like the Panthers are going to bring in their punt unit here with the
Number
clock
18,
stopped at
McLean
9:15 to go
on the
here in the
coverage
first
that
quarter
time
of
for
play.
the
And now
Vikings.
we'll get a look at Timmy Guler and the Pelican Rapids offense. At least we presume we will, unless the Vikings return this for a touchdown. Then we'll have to wait a little bit longer. But and the punt is away. And that'll take a bounce at the 40, roll back to the 35, 34, or roll dead at about the 34-yard line. And that'll give the Vikings 9 minutes and 6 seconds to work with here on the punt with no return. Once again, I want to say thanks to our sponsors, including Wolf and Simon Real Estate, True North Mechanical, and Racer Construction. Sorry, I ate some popcorn, or some, not popcorn, but some chicken wings, and now I'm struggling to talk here. True North Mechanical, Racer Construction, Wolf and Simon Real Estate, and Budget Blinds are sponsors today, bringing you Panthers football against the Vikings here tonight on Magnitude Sports, and we once again appreciate you tuning in. So Guler will work out of the shotgun on the opening possession, and he'll hand it off. And that's a pickup of at least 3 yards on the carry there is Mark Kapanga.
Number 2, Mark Kapanga on the carry for the Vikings. Gain of 3 brings up 2nd down and 7. Tackled by number 8, Ryan Carroll.
He'll shift his players out to the left side of the line. And he'll work alone out of the shotgun. He's pressured, and he evades 2 would-be tacklers. He'll take it himself down the near sideline. He gets a burst of speed down the near sideline, and he's to the 10, to the 5, and Timmy Guler on the first play of offense, scores a touchdown.
All the way for a Viking touchdown.
And it is 6-0 Pelican Rapids here on the Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. It looked like Timmy Guler was going to get sacked in the backfield there, and he avoided the 2 would-be tacklers, got to the edge, and then he stepped on the gas pedal and went down the sideline for a 63-yard touchdown run. And now they will line up for what appears to be the 2-point conversion here. So that same shift, only to the opposite side here. We'll see what Guler does with this. He will pass, and the pass is complete into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And it is 8-0.
And the 2-point conversion is good.
And we will take a timeout.
8:15 to go in the first quarter.
Park Rapids 8, Pelican Rapids 8 and Park Rapids 0 here on the Magnitude Sports Network. We'll be right back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
I gotta get a bigger place. How do I buy a house?
First-time buyers are my specialty. I'll guide you through it.
You have questions, Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus has answers. Call her today, 218-821-0292, or email Carissa Haugen at remax.net. Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Carissa sells the Lakes area. All right, welcome back. Pelican Rapids on a 60-yard touchdown run by Timmy Guler. Takes a 6-0 lead, tack on the 2-point conversion, and now tack on a kickoff through the back of the end zone. Touchback, Panthers will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line with 8:15 to go here in the first quarter of play. Once again, other 8AA games in action tonight include Frazee hosting Barnesville, Roseau is hosting War Road, and Hawley is hosting Crookston. And when we get score updates from those games, we'll pass them along to you. And he's going to be brought down to the backfield, and that will be
fumble on the play. Recovered by the Panthers. Number 12, Luke Sholey, knocking that ball out.
That will be a fumble recovered by the Panthers in the backfield. It looked like a quarterback sack, but Morris rolls out, and he breaks a tackle, now gets rid of it and throws it incomplete. I don't see any flags on the field. It'll be a legal pass, and they'll throw it away, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 17. So they lose 7 yards on that
ball's on the 13-yard line.
Drop ball, and luckily they recover it, but now they're in a position here where they need to get a 1st down and keep this drive going, because a punt will be lucky to reach about midfield possibly. And now a flag comes in late, and they're going to call intentional grounding on the Panthers. So that's probably the latest flag thrown on my career broadcasting football. And I'll be honest, my initial thought was, is that intentional grounding? And the referee agreed with me about maybe a minute and a half after I said it, or at least it felt like it was that long. So now Morris will work out of his own end zone, and he'll rifle it down the field, and he overthrows his receiver. It's 4th down. 4th down and a long ways. The Panthers would have to get to the 30-yard line for a 1st down. Right now, they have the ball on I think it's the scoreboard says 13, but I believe it's more like the 3-yard line. Yeah, I'm correct. And it's 4th down and 27, and the Panthers will punt out of their own end zone. Vikings got a guy back at the Panther 41-yard line to receive this kick. Now whistle will temporarily pause play here as the officials will get in. Well, encroachment on Pelican Rapids. So that'll make the 4th and 27 into a 4th and 22, and that will give the Panthers a little bit more breathing room to punt this one away.
Bring up 4th down and 22.
Panthers receivers have now moved up to, or the Vikings receivers have now moved up to the Panther 35. And they'll call for the fair catch at the 34-yard line, and that is where the Vikings will take over with an 8-0 lead and a short field in front of them. We'll see if the Panther defense can keep it up.
The Vikings will start 1st and 10 from the Panther 34-yard line.
So Guler scampered for 60 to put the Vikings on the board, and now he has a little less than half, or a little over half of that to take his offense this time. 2 receivers, make that 3 receivers near 1-4, and now he'll send that back to the left end of the line, and he's all alone. He'll pass over the middle, and it's through his fingertips. He was wide open, and he could not grab it. That was Trayvon Benson, who nearly had a touchdown. And, we've noticed, and I don't know if other teams have noticed, but it seems like that Panther defense is the weakest over the middle, and that's right where the Pelican Rapids Vikings attacked on that particular play. Just an unlucky incident there where they did not catch the ball, and if he wouldn't have got into the end zone, it would have been 1st and goal. One of those 2 would have happened for sure.
Sushi with an exquisite eel sauce from the Nishizawa Valley. When they run out, make sure you try the popcorn, as nothing says high school football like popcorn from the Park Rapids concession stand.
Also on Magnitude Sports tonight, we have the Perham Yellow Jackets and the DGF Rebels going after each other, and we'll see if we can get right now the Rebels have a 6-0 lead over Perham with about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Staples Motley 49-0 over Wadena Deer Creek. That game is at halftime right now. Roseau and Warroad, no score yet, at least no report of a score. Same with Hawley Crookston, same with Frazee Barnesville. Back to action here, still in the first quarter, 7:15 to go. And the Vikings have the ball, 2nd and 10 on their own 34-yard line after the incomplete pass. This time they'll hand it off. And he will get maybe a yard or so, and that's about it. It's Jack Paulson on the carry there for Pelican Rapids.
Handoff to number 3, Trayvon Benson. Picked up a couple, tackled by number 6, Parker Hunter.
Got at least 1 yard there. Call it 3rd down and 9 is what we'll call it. Another handoff up the middle, and he's got some room, and he has 1 man to beat, and Jack Paulson is into the end zone for a touchdown. I'm sorry, Jack Kapenga.
Number 4, Jack Kapenga, going off, tackling all the way down for a Viking touchdown.
And that will make the score 13-0. I'm sorry, 14-0. And the 1 or 2 point conversion on the horizon here for Pelican Rapids. So if Pelican Rapids can win this game, they'll likely lock in a 2 seed and a home matchup for the quarterfinals of the 8AA tournament. Going to that corner of the end zone, and the 2 point conversion will fall short. Intended receiver on that was Luke Soley.
Is no good with 6:39 to go in the first quarter.
And we will take a timeout, and when we return, we'll be back in just a moment with more here on Magnitude Sports. Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120 for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers. All right, an update from Hawley. The Nuggets lead the Crookston Pirates 14-0 with about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Here in Park Rapids at Vern Weekly Field, we have 6:39 to go, and that is the same score, 14-0. Here in favor of the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Going to the far side, and he'll get wrapped up. And he'll be pushed out of bounds close to the 30-yard line.
Finally knocked out of bounds.
So 1st and 10 for Park Rapids.
From the 30-yard line.
And they will place the ball right at the 30. Morris nearly bobbled the snap, and now a whistle comes in. The play is blown dead.
Morris tripped up. Loss of 5 on the play brings up.
Oh, they're saying that Morris got tripped up and he was down. So it's a loss of 5. It'll bring up 2nd down and 15 from the 25-yard line for the Panthers. Morris gets rid of it, and his intended receiver there was Ryan Carroll. Looked like Ethan Eisman was in defense there for Pelican Rapids.
Brings up 3rd down and 15 for the Panthers. Timeout called by the Panthers.
Timeout's called by the Panthers. We'll check the scoreboard to see if... nope, we do not have an update on that game. So the games that we do have updates on, Hawley 14-0 over Crookston with about 4 minutes left in the first. Staples Motley at halftime, 49-0 over Wadena Deer Creek. Let's see here. Minoan Waban 7-0 over Minaga with about 8 minutes left in the first quarter.
Stick around at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have
and that's all the updates we have at the moment. Once again, the games that we'll be trying to keep an eye on the most are Frazee versus Barnesville, Roseville versus Warroad, and Hawley versus Crookston. Those 3 matchups will matter the most to a majority of the viewers watching this game. If you're tuning in looking for Perm and DGF, that is also on Magnitude Sports. Just click on the other watch link that is live right now. Get you a score update on that one as soon as possible as well. Morris rolling out, fires, and the pass is incomplete. Intended receiver is Ryan Carroll.
Morris' pass intended for Ryan Carroll falls incomplete. Ethan Eisman on the cover at that time for the Vikings. Brings up 4th down and 15 for the Panthers.
So another 4th down. And it looks like it'll be another punt. Vikings have 2 men back right at the 50-yard line to receive this kick. And it will fall short, take a bounce out of bounds close to the 50. Looks like they're going to spot it on the 49-yard line on the Panthers side of the field. And the Pelican Rapids Vikings
will take over, 1st and 10.
Have only once started on their own side of the field to start a possession so far here in this game. The last possession and now their 3rd possession of the game have started on the Panthers side of the field. So far, they've had the ball twice and they've scored twice. The only thing they haven't done right was convert on that second 2-point conversion attempt. Otherwise, it would have been 16-0 instead of 14. But I'm sure the coaches and the fans will be happy with that outcome as long as they can keep their foot on the gas here. Guler throwing deep, and it is just through the fingertips of his intended receiver, Luke Soley.
Throw that on us. Let's see if we throw a flag on one.
And we also have a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
Flag is back near where Soley was trying to catch it. We'll see if this one's on the Panthers or not. It might be. 5:44 to go here in the first quarter of play.
Pass interference called against the Vikings.
It's pass interference on Pelican Rapids, actually, so it's going to back them up. So offensive pass interference on Pelican Rapids will back them up to their own side of the field. From the 49 all the way back to the 30, looks like the 36 or 37-yard line.
The Vikings back to their own 36-yard line.
36 is where they'll spot it at. So that'll make it first down and about 26 or something like that. First and 25. Screen pass outside, near sideline caught, and he's tripped up right away on the reception there for Pelican Rapids.
Cooler's pass complete
is to Trayvon Benson.
Tackled by number 1, Blake Morris.
Blake was going back.
Gain of a couple on the play, up to the 42-yard line.
So second down.
Brings up second down and 25.
And 21. That's maybe closer to second and 20. 5:36 to go. Clock is stopped, and now a whistle.
Timeout called by the Vikings.
And the Vikings will talk it over, and we will be right back as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
I gotta get a bigger place. How do I buy a house?
First-time buyers are my specialty. I'll guide you through it.
You have questions, Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus has answers. Call her today, 218-821-0292, or email Carissa Haugen at remax.net. Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Carissa sells the Lakes area. All right, welcome back. It's the Pelican Rapids Vikings and the Park Rapids Panthers live here on Magnitude Sports. We thank you for tuning in. The Vikings, 14-0 lead with 5:36 to go in the first quarter. They got second and 20 after a offensive pass interference call pushed them back a couple plays ago. And that's been the first mostly negative play of the game here for Pelican Rapids. That one caught over the middle. I think it was tipped. Solely makes the connection, but I believe it was tipped by Parker Hunter for Park Rapids. But Solely, or I'm sorry, Benson,
at the 36-yard line of the Panthers.
Still able to make the catch. They'll hand it off. He'll go up the middle, and he's got some room. And he breaks one tackle to gain about another 2 or 3 yards on that one. On the carry there is Jack Kapenga.
Rumbles his way forward for another Viking first down. Tackled by number 5, Wrigley Clark. Vikings have it first and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So that's a first down for the Vikings. And another nice hole. Now he'll find the edge, and he'll break the ankle tackle, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Jack Kapenga in for
it is a 24-yard touchdown run for Jack Kapenga. And the Pelican Rapids Vikings increase their lead to 20-0. With the point after attempt coming up. 4:37 to go now here in the first quarter. And the Pelican Rapids Vikings have done almost everything perfect. They had one incomplete pass on a 2-point conversion and one offensive pass interference penalty. That's about the only two things they've done wrong in this game so far, and we're still in the first quarter. Guler will escape. He'll go to the edge. He'll cut in and put 2 more points on the board.
Guler in for the 2-point conversion.
22-20 or 22-0 in favor of the Park Rapids or the Pelican Rapids. There's too many PR teams in this game right now. The Pelican Rapids Vikings have the lead. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
That'll be scooped up there at about the 25-yard line. Then he'll head right to the sideline shy of the 30.
Aiden Mom knocked out of bounds by number 53. Anthony Checa D'Souza. Panthers will start 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So see if Park Rapids can get something clicking here as they find themselves down 22-0 quickly here in the first quarter of play. Still 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Morris looks, and now he will get brought down in the backfield.
Morris sacked in the backfield.
And he's sacked in the backfield
Soley.
by number 12, Luke Soley.
Loss of 7 on the play brings up 2nd down and 17. Ball resting on the 23-yard line of the Panthers.
Second down and 17. We just cracked the eggs on 4 minutes to go. It's caught, but right there on the tackle for the Vikings
Morris, the pass complete
is Mark Kapenga.
to Ryan Carroll.
And Ryan Carroll gets maybe, if they're generous, a yard on that,
Tackled
and that's
by number
it.
2, Mark Kapenga. Panthers have it 3rd and 17. Noah Morris on a quarterback keeper.
I want to say hi to Gary. Glad that you were able to figure out the audio issue. I just had to double check quickly there, and everything looks good on our end, so I'm glad you were able to figure it out. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We have 3 minutes and
4th down and 12 for the
3:08 to go here in the first quarter of play. Park Rapids has not seen the football field beyond the 50-yard line in this game yet. And they're going to punt it away. And that one will be fair caught
Ball and pass. Fair
at
caught
about
by
the
number
42-yard
three,
line approximately.
The Vikings will start 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And now the Vikings will have their 5th possession of the first quarter. Guler will hand it off. And he'll spin and pick up another 6 or 7 yards as he brings it up to midfield. That's Jack
Kapenga spinning his way down.
However, if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. I was told
Tackled by number 4,
by a Pelican
Noah
Rapids
Morris.
parent that it was Kapenga. And the PA announcer's saying it a different way. So whichever way is correct, if you want to chime in and let me know, I'll be sure to correct myself moving forward if needed. So a 5-receiver set, 3 near. Ooh, that was all that. I don't know. That was very close to a foul start on Pelican Rapids. But no flag thrown, and the play will continue on. And with the carry there is Jack Paulson.
Going on an end around, picks up the Viking first down. Tackled by Blake Morris.
So the Vikings get a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Ball at the 37 with 2:03 and counting now as we crack the eggs on 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. A 22-0 lead here on the Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Guler will roll out after the fake handoff, and now he'll keep it himself, and he'll go down the field, and he'll get met up there.
Timmy Guler on a quarterback
on the tackle by Blake
outside.
Morris for the Panthers as Guler picks up a good chunk of yardage there, and that's another first down for the Vikings. So they'll fake the handoff, and Guler will keep it himself as he sent
Jimmy Guler right up
Benson in motion. And Guler goes up the middle for a pickup of about...
Tackled by number 6, Parker Hunter.
Pickup of about 7.
Second down and 3 for the Vikings.
And we'll call it 2nd and 3. Panther defense scrambling to get into position here. Guler will take it, and I think he has it. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Guler on a 7-yard touchdown run. Puts 6 more on the board here for Pelican Rapids. And now they'll line up for the point after attempt, and that'll make it 28-0 here on the Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard with 45.8 seconds to go in the first quarter of play.
I can't play that.
So they'll go with that 4-receiver set with 3 of them to the near side here. And that one was it caught? Yes, it was. 2 more points for the Pelican Rapids Vikings.
Guler's pass complete.
And that makes it 30-0. We'll be back after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned.
To go in the first quarter. Vikings are up 30-0 over the Panthers.
Be another Barnesville type game.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf and Simon Real Estate, 1217 1st Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
All right. We are back, and was there a fumble?
Aiden Bonham.
If there was a fumble, the Panthers got on top of it.
A horde of Vikings.
So once again, they'll get the ball back now with 37.1 seconds to go in the first quarter. And they will have plenty of field in front of them, as they have all night.
Panthers have it 1st and 10, starting at the 14-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 13 is where they'll place the ball. Here on senior night at Park Rapids Area High School. They introduced the seniors right before we went on air with our pregame show. And for the seniors, for the Vikings, we wish them the best of luck in their final few games of the potentially final 4 games of the season if they can make it all the way to the Fargo Dome. And if they can keep playing now like they have tonight and keep playing the way they have all season, I would not see that being a problem. But that's why they play the games. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter.
And that'll wrap up the first quarter with the score: the Vikings 30, Panthers 0.
30-0 in favor of Pelican Rapids. The teams will go down to the other end of the field, and we will take a break and be right back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. We're coming right back.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf & Simon Real Estate, 1217 1st Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
Second and 9, ball is resting on the 15-yard line.
All right, welcome back. You can subscribe to us on YouTube if you're enjoying the game so far. I would imagine that the Pelican Rapids Vikings fans are enjoying this game a little bit more. Morris stutters in the backfield. He evades, and now he'll throw it downfield. And the intended receiver there was Matt Johanning, but got bumped by a Vikings defender, and that caused the incompletion. Otherwise, that would have been a huge gain, the biggest gain of the night here for the Panthers.
There's a flag on the play.
And they have thrown a flag, and that's likely going to be a personal foul on the Vikings. Yep. Oh, roughing the passer. Okay, well, I didn't see that part of it. I was thinking more of like maybe a pass interference type penalty, but either way, it's some big yardage gained here for Park Rapids. Of course, nobody watching saw that because I had the camera towards the receiver. So
at the 30-yard line.
So I'll move the ball up to the 30. It's an automatic first down. 11:51 to go here in the second quarter of play.
Morris dancing around the backfield. No gain on the play. Tackled by number 78, Edwin Escobar. Brings up second down and 9 for the Panthers.
Morris gets the pass off, but is overthrown and nearly intercepted. Getting his fingertips on it there was Ethan Sostrom for the Pelican Rapids Vikings.
Number 13, Ethan Sostrom on the coverage that time for the Vikings. Brings up third down and 9 for the Panthers. Ball's on the 32-yard line.
Third down and 9. Clock is stopped with 11:07 to go here in the second. And now we have a whistle, and I think somebody moved, and I think that somebody was a Panther.
Timeout called by the Panthers.
No, my apologies. It's just a timeout. So we'll take a timeout as well. Sounds like I need one. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorth.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
All right, welcome back. Second quarter of play, 11:07 to go. It's third down and 9 for the Park Rapids Panthers. coming out of a Park Rapids timeout. I'm sorry, coming off a, oh no, it was a Park Rapids timeout. And did he catch it? What's the signal? No.
Pass intended for Landon
Oh no, they're
Strasburg.
saying it hit the ground first. He didn't
Brings
get
up
underneath
fourth
it.
down for the Panthers.
It's now 4th down, and this will be the Park Rapids. Like I said, there's too many PRs in this game. The Pelican Rapids Vikings have as many first downs in this game as the Park Rapids area Panthers have punts now. That includes this punt here. So that punt is away, and fair caught there at the 39-yard line.
Punt is fair caught by Trayvon.
Looks like they'll give him a spot at the 40.
Vikings will start 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 10:56 to go now here. Nobody near side, 3 receivers to the right, and Guler will hand it off. And he hops over a defender and gets up to the 50, maybe the 49. Nice job there by Jack Kapenga.
Gain of 10 brings up a 1st down for the Vikings. Tripped up by number 12, Landon Strasburg.
So they'll do the same play again. This time he will spin and stay on his feet. Looked like he was going to get tackled about 6 yards further back than he actually did.
Spinning his way down.
And that is going to be just shy of a 1st down. Just shy.
Finally tackled by Noah
Called
Morris.
2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd down and 1 for the Vikings.
And they'll fake the handoff. Screen pass. He'll get around one defender and find a little bit of a seam, and he picks up a Pelican Rapids 1st down.
Picked up a Viking 1st down before being tackled by Blake Morris. Vikings have it 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Make that the 37-yard line.
Guler will spin and roll and look, and he'll keep it, and now he's going to have to keep it, and he'll take a blocker out of bounds.
Jimmy Guler on a quarterback keeper on the outside.
Close to the, just inside the 35, probably close to the 33 or 34-yard line.
Gain of 3 on the play. Gives the Vikings 2nd and 7. Ball resting just inside the 35-yard line.
So the play is ruled out of bounds. They'll stop the clock at 9:33 to go here in the 1st quarter, and now they'll start the clock, so maybe it wasn't ruled out of bounds. 2nd down and 10. It was stopped momentarily, I can tell you that much for sure. And a shoestring tackle there.
Mark Kapenga.
And I believe it was Blake Morris who made that shoestring tackle. Otherwise,
Blake Morris.
Mark Kapenga would have been potentially gone for a touchdown there if it wasn't for that shoestring tackle. Guler will keep it. And Guler will cut to the outside, and he's got 1.5 men to beat, and he's into the end zone for 6.
Timmy Guler in for a Viking touchdown.
Guler has done a good chunk of the work tonight here for the Vikings, as they will line up for the point after attempt here, and just like on all the other ones, they will go for 2. They've only missed, I think they've only missed 1 2-point conversion so far. Guler will look to pass, and now he'll tuck it and run. And he's got wide open space, There was no black jerseys within 15-20 feet of Timmy Guler as he runs in for the 2-point conversion. And that makes it 38-0 with 8:55 to go here in the second quarter of play. We will take a timeout, and when we return, it'll be Park Rapids football here on the Magnitude Sports Network. We'll be right back.
For over 30 years, Budget Blinds, based out of Detroit Lakes, has been serving Perham, Fergus Falls, Park Rapids, and the surrounding area. Whether you need blinds, shutters, or drapes, check out the entire inventory online at budgetblinds.com. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit them online today, budgetblinds.com, or give them a call at 218-206-9599. That's 218-206.
All right, welcome back. 8:55 to go, 38-0 lead for the Vikings, and that one will be taken at about the 10-yard line. And he will find his way up over the 30, just shy of the 35.
Jaden Wallen on the return.
Wallen will bring it up to about the 34, and that'll be first and 10, with 8:49 to go now here in the second quarter of play.
The 35-yard line. Tackled by number 63, Benjamin Ecker.
Update from Hawley, the Nuggets over the Crookston Pirates, 22-0 with approaching halftime, we'll say. I'm sorry, approaching the end of the first quarter, according to that information. And that's probably one of the most positive plays of the night there for the Park Rapids Panthers, is taking the ball. There's Carter Hurt.
On an end-around keeper. Pickup of 5 brings up second down and 5 for the Panthers. Tackled by number 12, Luke Sholey.
If you're just tuning in, that's a correct score, and we still have 8 minutes to go here before halftime. I want to say hi to Chris, tuning in. I know he's a Vikings fan. Not a Minnesota, well, I don't know, he might be a Minnesota Vikings fan, but you know what I meant.
Carter Hurt on a keeper, trying to get up the middle, stacked up right at the line of scrimmage by a horde.
Clock continues to tick inside 8 minutes at 7:48, 7:47 and counting.
Gain of maybe 1 on the play brings up third down and 4 for the Panthers.
Still no score from Barnesville Frazee or from Roseville Warroad. If anybody watching knows the scores of that game, feel free to chime in the score on the chat, and I'll pass that score along.
Carter Hurt on the carry again.
Third down and 4. Actually, that's actually going to be enough for a first down.
Tackled by number 70, Jarrett Stett. Picks up a Panther first down.
Clock continues to run here, 6:55. Normally they stop the clock on a first down. I'm not sure if they've decided on a running clock or not yet. Usually that doesn't happen until the fourth quarter, but I haven't seen the clock stop anytime recently, so I'll try and keep my eyes on that, see if I can get confirmation or not. Carter Hurt, which is the backup quarterback here for Park Rapids.
Trying to get around the outside.
He is a 6'1", 185-pound sophomore for the Panthers. 6'1", and he's a sophomore. I wish I was 6'1" when I was a sophomore in high school. I'm just barely 6 feet now. Hurt will look to pass, and he'll fire over the middle, and there will be a flag. That will be pass interference, more than likely on the Vikings. And the guilty party appears to be in a non-numerical order roster as I scan and search for number 19. Ethan Eisenman will be the guilty party on that.
Pass interference called against the Vikings.
So,
the Panther first down.
For the first time tonight, the Panthers see the Vikings side of the football field as the ball will be placed on the 37-yard line. This is the closest the Panthers have been to the end zone on offense all night. We'll see if they can get any closer. Carter Hurt will keep it himself. And he'll pick up a couple, bring it up to the, looks like they'll spot it just shy of the 35. Picks up a yard and a half on that play. 5:38 and counting to go here in the second quarter of play.
Brings up second down and 8 for the Panthers. Ball resting on the 36-yard line.
Hurt will work out of the shotgun. And he'll roll and he'll pass, and that one is incomplete. Intended receiver there for the Panthers was Noah Morris.
Intended for Noah Morris. Ball's incomplete. Brings up third down and 8 for the Panthers.
And we do not have a running clock because the clock finally stopped on that incomplete pass. We're stopped at 5:02. I didn't think we had a running clock, but I'll be honest, the second quarter has flown by a lot faster than that first quarter did. That's for sure. I don't think anybody would disagree with me on that if you've been watching this game from the start, which I presume a majority of you probably have. Carter Hurt. Looks, oh, I'm sorry, that's Morris back in now. That is caught. It is a first down.
Complete. Number 16, Aiden Monum. Tackled by number 4, Jack Kappinga. And he picks up a Panther first down. Panthers have it first and 10. Ball resting just outside the 15-yard line.
So Noah Morris is back in at quarterback here for the Panthers. Clock ticks 4.5, 4:29, 4:28 and counting. Man in motion. He'll set up in the backfield. Morris will take the snap. They'll hand it off. He'll try and fight his way up the middle, but the Vikings allow him maybe 2, and that's about it.
Off to Aiden Monum.
4:10, 4:09 and counting here to go in the second
by number
quarter
11,
of play.
Channing Russman.
Panthers will send 3 receivers far side, 1 near side, with 1 man in the backfield, and Morris will take the shotgun snap. He will avoid the pressure. He's looking, he will tuck it and run, and now he'll throw it. And it's into the end zone, I think. No, yes, now it is, and they score. It is a 15-yard touchdown pass, and the Panthers are finally on the board. It's 38-6 on your Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. So the Vikings' hopes of a shutout will no longer be a hope. Although it certainly looked that way early on. We'll see if this might put a little bit of spark into the Panthers and see if they can get themselves back into this game or not. So the Panthers will go for 2. They had gone for extra points all season long. Morris scrambling, fires, tipped, and he dives, but it falls incomplete. So remain 38-6 here on your Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard. We got the kickoff coming up for you. Pelican Rapids football when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. We're coming back in just a moment.
One in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
Jack Paulson.
Jaden Wallen will kick off after the Panthers get on the board here. Inside 4 minutes to go. It's Paulson on the return. And Paulson with some room. And Paulson pushing himself forward.
Grady Larson on the return for the Vikings.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was Larson on the return. He gets it up to about the 35-yard line. Matter of fact, that's exactly where they'll spot it. It's at the 35. So 38-6 now with 3:26 to go in the second quarter of play. A 15-yard touchdown pass for the Panthers has put them on the scoreboard, but they still got a large hill to climb if they want to come back in this one. Pelican Rapids has their foot on the gas since the opening kickoff. Pelican Rapids has scored on every single possession that they've had. They've only had about maybe 2 or 3 negative plays in this ball game. Everything else has gone right for the Vikings.
5-yard penalty. Gives them first down and 15 at the 30-yard line.
Guler slips and he gets tackled, and there's a fumble, and I think Guler got it back just in the nick of time. So it's a loss.
Guler sacked in the backfield by
and it will be
Ryan Carroll.
Guler getting sacked, I believe, for the first time in this game. We'll check all our numbers at halftime here and get you an update on all that good stuff. 2:51 and counting until we reach halftime. They'll hand it off. Oh, and getting tripped up in the backfield there for the Vikings is Jack Kapenga.
Jack Kapenga trying to get through the middle. Gain of a couple. Tackled by number 4, Noah Morris.
I want to say hi to Jared. Thanks for the help on the name pronunciation there. Right now, Barnesville has a 42-0 lead over Frazee. And the Panthers fans cheering on their Panthers, hoping that they can come up with a big defensive play here. And that's a pretty decent defensive play, forcing Guler to go out of bounds there, going sideways instead of forward. Maybe pick up a couple on the play, but that's about it.
Brings up 4th down for the Vikings.
Once again, thanks to Jessica for that Barnesville score. It's not on my information. On the side of Jim, you just chimed in as well. From watching from Denver, North Carolina. Probably one of our #1 viewers on Magnitude Sports. We love Jim. We love everybody else too. Ooh, that one nearly blocked, and maybe got partially blocked. It takes a backspin, and wow, that is going to be great field position here for the Park Rapids area Panthers.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
35 yards. Can the Panthers strike again here before halftime? They got 1:47 to try and do just that. Once again, 1:47 to go here in the second quarter. Clock is stopped as the Panthers break the huddle. He'll take the snap, and he'll avoid the pressure in the background. Morris still on his feet, and now he gets rid of it, and diving for it, but just overthrowing his intended receiver there.
Morris's pass falls incomplete.
I believe that was Jaden
Wallen.
Wallen. Yep, and the PA announcer agrees with me.
Jack
Jaden
Kapenga
Wallen.
on the coverage for the
Kapenga
Vikings.
on the coverage there for the Vikings.
2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
Second down and 10. Panthers got to get to the 25 for a first down. Morris looked the pitch. Nobody was there. He'll take it himself. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half-yard loss.
Noah Morris wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage by number 2, Mark.
So that'll bring up
Kapenga.
third down as the clock is now stopped on the
Third down
whistle
and
at
10 for the
1:23. Looks like they want to get a new football into the game here, and that's exactly what's happening. Update from Hawley. Start of the third quarter, Hawley leads Crookston 22-6. And that'll be a sack on Morris. Getting the sack
Morris
there for the
back to the
Vikings
back
is...
by number 19, Ethan Eiserman.
Well, they're calling it Ethan Eisman. He
Timeout
may have
called
been
by
a
the
part of
Vikings.
that, but it was also number 53, Anthony Checo de Souza. Did I even come close? I sure hope so. And it looks like we have a timeout. As I was checking the roster for the name, we have a timeout on the field. So we'll be back. 1:05 to go. Matter of fact, we'll just keep it here. 1:05 to go in the second quarter of play. We'll take a look at the AA scoreboard. Also, one other game on Magnitude Sports. It is the Perham Yellow Jackets on the road tonight in Glendon, taking on the DGF Rebels.
For the Panthers.
At last report, it was a 6-0 lead for the Rebels over the Yellow Jackets at halftime. Now, once again, that game is on Magnitude Sports. If you want to check that one out, you're more than welcome to. If you want to stay right here, you're more than welcome to. 1:05 and counting. And that one will be punted away, and that one will roll into the end zone and through the end zone, and it'll be a
And
20-yard
one
line
punt
spot
goes
for the
into
Vikings. As
end
the
zone for a touchback. Vikings will start 1st and 10 from their own 20 with 59 seconds left to go in the half.
Guler looks to pass. He fires it to the outside, and it is caught.
Guler's pass complete
Caught by
to
Jack
Trayvon
Paulson.
Benson.
That's number
Knocked
7,
out
right?
by Blake Morris.
Yeah, no, number 7, the corner of the roster is Jack Paulson. So,
Gain of 3 on the play.
Yeah,
brings
we're
up
gonna go with
second
Jack
down and
Paulson
7
on that
for
one.
the Vikings.
Oh, and that one's intercepted. Timmy Guler fires over the middle, and coming in to rob him of that one is Wrigley Clark. And the Panthers get the first turnover of the game here on the
Number 5, Wrigley Clark on the interception. that time
on the
for
Pelican
Panthers.
Rapids Vikings. And now the Panthers have 47.1 seconds to go. here before halftime. We'll see if they can punch it into the end zone or not. They're on the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 after the interception by Wrigley Clark. Morris will drop back to pass. He rolls out to his right. He's evading pressure. He throws it away. And the closest receiver in the area was Carter Hurt. Or I'm sorry, add a 1 in front of that too. Closest receiver in the area was Landon Strasburg.
Second down and 10 for the Panthers.
So an incomplete pass will stop the clock with 39.8 seconds to go. Second down and 10 from the 35-yard line. 38-6 in favor of the Vikings here on the Wolfensheim Real Estate scoreboard. Morris still scrambling. And that one was once again intended for Landon Strasburg.
Pass is incomplete.
But it'll fall incomplete. That'll bring up third down.
Just drop back and throw it.
I want to say thanks to Carey. I think I misreported the score on that Barnesville one there, and it's 16-0 Barnesville over Frazee, just starting the second half. I think I said 46-0, and I may have miswrote down on my sheet of paper what I saw the earlier score was. So my apologies on that one. And thank you, Carey, once again for that score update. And that is a completed pass of 35 yards into the end zone for the Panthers. Ryan Carroll. And the Panthers do indeed punch it into the end zone before halftime. And all of a sudden, that 38-0 deficit has been trimmed to 38-12. And we'll see if the Panthers can carry that momentum over into the second half. But first, they're going to try for the 2-point conversion here. Or no, actually, yes, they are. Yep. For a moment there, I thought they were lining up for the extra point. But Morris takes the snap, fires over the middle, and just
the 2-point conversion
glancing around for a potential flag there.
So
no flag thrown. 2-point conversion will be unsuccessful.
Vikings 38, Panthers 12.
And we will have 24.6 seconds to go. We'll keep it here. We'll wait till halftime to take our break as the teams line up for the kickoff. So a 15-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Carroll, and then a 35-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Carroll. And the Panthers have scored 12 unanswered. At one point, trailing 38-0.
Kicking off for the Panthers, Jaden Wallen. Back deep for the Vikings, number 7, Jack Paulson.
That one will be taken at the 10-yard line. And he had one tackle to break, and he probably would have been gone. He gets carried over the 40 as Jack Paulson
first and 10.
will bring it back here.
40-yard line.
So they will place it right at the 40.
First half.
17 seconds remaining here to see what the Pelican Rapids Vikings can do in 17 seconds. We saw on their first possession of the game with Guler going in on a 60-plus yard touchdown run on the first play of offense. So we know that they have the ability to score in one play. Can they do it here with 17 seconds to go? Ooh, a little trickery there. A double pitch, and now and it just went through the fingertips there. Looks like Paulson possibly. Yes, Jack Paulson was the intended receiver.
Ball's incomplete. Brings up second down and 10 for the Vikings.
So it was a reverse handoff that was pitched back to the quarterback. So 3 handoffs in the backfield. We have a flag on the play too. Looks like whatever the flag is, that Park Rapids is going to decline it, or at least, or maybe not. Holding on Vikings.
Holding call against the Vikings.
Okay, I thought I saw the decline signal there, but I must have misread that. So the Vikings will back up see if it's the
penalty.
5 or it's the 10-yard variety of holding. So they'll put the ball back
First down, so
at
first down
the
and 20 for the Vikings.
30-yard line, 1st and 20. Vikings have to get to midfield. They'll just kneel down and run out the final
And
10
kneel down
seconds
by
of
Cooler.
the first half. It's halftime here at Vern Weekly
Right
Field
there
in
the
Park
first half.
Rapids, Minnesota,
Your
and the
score,
Pelican
Vikings,
Rapids
38,
Vikings have a
Panthers
38-12
12.
lead over the Park Rapids Panthers here on Magnitude Sports. We got more coming up for you in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
Ladies
Stay
and
tuned.
gentlemen, a little glimpse into the future as the 2029 Minnesota State football champion.
I have 3 amazing kids, and it can be a bit complicated.
All right, you guys, you ready?
But there's nothing else like it in the world.
Bye, honey.
Traveling with kids is on another level.
Yay, let's go.
I appreciate all the extra help I can get when we fly.
Hi, how can I help?
I'm honored to get every passenger to their destination.
I'm so grateful that I've been able to fly with my 3 young kids.
At Frontier, we get it. We're flyers too, and we believe the sky is for everyone.
When one of us comes up short,
We all come up short.
there's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors, and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120 for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf and Simon Real Estate, 1217 First Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
All right, welcome back. Well, about 9-10 minutes here before we start the second half of play. Right now here at halftime, it is 38-12 in favor of the Pelican Rapids Vikings over the Park Rapids area Panthers. Once again, there's where you can find us online. As our good buddy Brett Anderson says, if you can't find us, you're not looking hard enough. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and then Threads. If you're not familiar with Threads, that came out maybe a couple months ago, maybe. And we're like, it's kind of like a son or daughter of Instagram is how I understand it. Maybe some of the young kids know more than I do. But anyways, magnitudesn.com is our website. If you go to the website, click on the schedule button, you can see that the other game we have on tonight is DGF taking on the Perham Yellow Jackets. And at last report in that game, let's find the score here. 5 minutes left in the third. Looked like DGF has a 14-0 lead over Perham, and that's a home game for the Rebels tonight. At last report, I'm trying to get confirmation. Okay. I just literally got a text just now. With 9:46 to go in the third quarter, Barnesville has a 24-0 lead over Frazee. That game's being played in Frazee tonight. So thanks to my buddy Jason for confirming that one. We had a couple of different scores sent to us. It looks like that 16-0 score was the correct score. So you got it right the second time. Maybe they did play each other last year in 2022, and it was 16-0 that last year at this time of the game. Who knows? But thank you anyway. So 24-0 Barnesville over Frazee with 9:46 left in the third. We're also trying to keep our eyes on Roseau versus War Road. That's a home game for the Rams up in Roseau tonight. I don't have a reported score on that one at the moment. And then Hawley and Crookston is the other one that we're keeping an eye on. And at last report, they were at the start of the third quarter. Crookston had the ball trailing 22-6 on that one. So we'll see if we can't get an updated score on that one. And it's still 22-6 with just inside 8 minutes to go in the third quarter of play there in Hawley. So that's a look at what's going on in the other AA games outside of this one here. And as you can see there, we have the playoffs coming up here on October 24th. That'll be the Section 8 AAA playoffs. The 8 AA playoffs are for football are potentially pending here. And then we'll have some 8 AA volleyball action for you as well. Once again, that's all to be determined. The football seedings will be seeded sometime tomorrow. And then the volleyball seedings will be on October 21st, I believe it is. So on October 21st, we'll know who's playing who in the 8 AA volleyball tournament. And sometime tomorrow we'll know, or maybe even later tonight if they plan on working late this evening, we might know who's playing who in the 8 AA and 8 AAA football tournaments as well. So that is a look, and then you can see there that we're getting our winter schedule put together as well. It's not all on there yet, but it's getting there. I want to say hi to Bob. He's asking if Frazee is live. I've looked online. I cannot find a live watch link for that one. And I know that Roseau and Moore Road is on the NFHS, and you need to pay to do that. I used to have an account for them, but I don't anymore. So I can't get a score on that one unless somebody happens to know it and then chime in. But to the best of my knowledge, Frazee and Barnesville is not live tonight, to the best of my knowledge. So let's see here. What else can we do? Let's go inside the numbers here. First downs, just 4 of them for the Panthers. Both quarterbacks have been sacked twice. Both teams have converted on third down only 3 times. Now, Pelican Rapids only has 3 third down conversions because they've barely ever had a third down in the game. But Park Rapids have gotten all 3 of their third down conversions late in the second quarter there. So that one's all even up. And then punts, I'm wondering if that shouldn't be 5 punts. Let me look at my sheet here. Oh, no, I do have 4 punts. So unless I missed something, then our scorekeeper matches what I have written down on my paper. So both teams with a turnover, a lost fumble for the Park Rapids area Panthers, and an interception thrown by Timmy Guler accounts for the lone turnover for the Pelican Rapids Vikings here, as we have a 38-12 score here with about a minute 40, or is there still 3 minutes to go? I'm not sure if we're in the first set of countdown or the second set of a countdown here, but you can see here on the scoreboard, or maybe you can't. We have at least a minute 20, or we possibly have 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go here before the second half kicks off. We'll take a commercial break, and then we'll come back in either 1 minute or in 4 minutes, one of the two. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
At Great Clips, we use online check-in to help NHL player Jack Hughes achieve game day flow faster, so he can do more with his time off the clock. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
At Great Clips, we use clip notes to save NHL player Cale Makar's haircut details, so he's always confident in his hockey hair. Because with a name like Cale, you gotta sport great salad. Great Clips, official hair salon of the NHL.
True North Mechanical LLC serves the Park Rapids area and surrounding counties. If you need quality heating and cooling services, then you are in the right place. Give us a call for all of your air conditioning, radiant heat, or heat system needs. We accept calls 24 hours a day and are licensed, bonded, and insured for your protection. We look forward to hearing from you. Visit our website at truenorthmech.com. That's truenorthmech.com. Or call us at 218-252-4877.
Racer Construction. Call them today, 218-252-2120, for all your earthwork and excavation needs. They specialize in residential and commercial building sites, roads, driveways, and septic systems. They serve Becker, Hubbard, and the surrounding counties. The world is our sandbox, and our toys are big enough to play in it. Racer Construction, 218-252-2120. Good luck, Park Rapids Panthers.
Discover the perfect property for your needs and budget. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your home, find a cabin for the weekend family gatherings, or a lot for your dream home. Get started on your next adventure at wolfsimonrealestate.com. Browse the featured listings or utilize the advanced search tools to find exactly what you're looking for, like a city home, a country home, lake lot, acreages, or even commercial buildings. Wolf & Simon Real Estate, 1217 First Street East in Park Rapids, or call 218-237-7770.
For over 30 years, Budget Blinds, based out of Detroit Lakes, has been serving Perham, Fergus Falls, Park Rapids, and the surrounding area. Whether you need blinds, shutters, or drapes, check out the entire inventory online at budgetblinds.com. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit them online today, budgetblinds.com, or give them a call at 218-206-9599. That's 218-206-9599 and online at budgetblinds.com.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors, and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
When one of us comes up short,
we all come up short.
There's no vape in team.
Think there are only school supplies in your child's backpack? Think again. 5 e-cigarettes were hiding in plain sight. Parents, do your homework.
Learn more about vaping at health.mn.gov/e-cigarettes.
All right, we're getting ready to start the third quarter here. We'll be kicking off in about 10 seconds here, and thank you for tuning in once again It is 38-12 as we start the third quarter in favor of the Pelican Rapids Vikings.
Back deep for the Vikings, number 7, Jack Paulson.
And a little squid kick here right down the middle of the field. It's scooped up at about the 15-20. And he'll be brought down close to the 40-yard line.
Kapinga on the return for the Vikings. Vikings will start 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I want to say thanks to everybody chiming in on the scores. I do got a guy on text message live from the Barnesville-Frazee game, so he'll keep me posted on that one. 24-0, 9:46 left in the third of that game, last report. But that doesn't mean you can't share your updates. I strongly encourage to share your updates.
Jack Kapinga on the carry for the Vikings. Gain of about a half yard. Tackled by Noah Morris. Vikings have it 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
And Paulson's brought down after a short pickup of maybe 1.5.
Jack Paulson carrying for the Vikings. Gain of 1.
That'll bring up third down and 9.
Actually brings up 3rd down and 9 for the Vikings. Tackled by Braden Hoffman.
So just inside 11 minutes to go, 10:55 and counting. Guler will fake the handoff and roll to his left, and now he'll fire, and he just overthrows his intended receiver.
Guler's pass, intended for number 13, Ethan Sjostrom, falls incomplete.
Sjostrom.
Bring it up 4th down and 9 for the Vikings.
At halftime, I should have went down to the ticket gate and got a numerical order roster for the Vikings, but that's okay. It hasn't been too much of a struggle, and I'm not complaining. This is the first punt of the game here for the Vikings, I think. Oh, and it's a snap. It's going to go back, and it's bobbled. They're trying to rip it away, but either way, Park Rapids is going to get the ball on a turnover on downs.
Fumble snap. And the Panthers will take over 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line of the Vikings.
So the Park Rapids Panthers, who scored 12 unanswered to end the second quarter heading into halftime, get a turnover on a bad snap on a punt and get outstanding field position. 1st and 10 from the Vikings' 19-yard line. Can they trim away at that deficit even a little bit more? Here's Morris looking, and he fires, and he's got a man in the end zone. That is a 19-yard touchdown pass.
To Ryan Carroll for a Panther touchdown.
Sorry, our scoreboard operator hit the wrong button there. So we'll have to fix that scoreboard manually here for you. And Jessica, thank you. Sjostrom, we'll keep that in mind moving forward here. So it is 38-18. So the Park Rapids one is the easy one to fix, and now the Pelican Rapids one will be a -6.
And the extra point is good.
Boom! That was easier than I thought it would be. 38-18. And the Panthers will kick off to the Vikings. They have now scored, or they take the extra point, and they have now scored 19 unanswered. And they have officially cut the lead in half here. If the Panthers can score another 19 points, we'll be knotted up at 38 apiece. So the Panthers take advantage of the bad snap by the Vikings, and they put some points on the board.
Back deep, Jack Paulson. And Jack
That one will be received inside the 5. And, oh, I thought for a moment the ball was dropped. It might have been someone's shoe flying in the air instead. I know everybody at home is like, no, I like that song. And, well, if you want to continue watching this game, we have to turn this song off. So, so now the Vikings, who had their foot on the gas pedal for 75% of the first half, we'll see if they can respond here after the Panthers have put 19 up against them, and they don't get much. Maybe a yard, and that's
Brewer
it.
on the keeper.
They'll move it up to the 33-yard
Short gain on
line,
the
bring
play.
up a 2nd down and 9 here, maybe a 2nd and 10. Maybe they don't. Let's see, what will they give?
Bring
Nope.
up 2nd down and 9.
They
for the
will
Vikings.
indeed give them a yard. So it'll be 2nd down and 9 from the
Tackled by
33-yard
Parker
line.
Hunter.
As we crack the eggs on 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Gluer will hand it off, and they go up the middle. He picks up a couple yards.
Jack Kapinga carrying for the Vikings.
Jack Kapinga on the carry there for the
Third down and
Vikings.
7 for the Vikings. Tackled by Braden Hoffman.
And it's caught. Oh no, he had it and then he dropped it. That was Trayvon Benson,
Pass intended for Benson.
who
Ball
couldn't
incomplete.
complete the catch.
Brings up 4th down for the Vikings.
And now the Vikings are faced with 4th down and 7 from the 35-yard line with the incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock with 9:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. This time the snap is a good one and the kick is away. Now we'll take a Vikings bounce and roll. Close to the 20. Looks like that's exactly where it'll come to a stop.
By the Vikings.
So it's the equivalent of a touchback. That was a pretty nice punt
1st and 10.
by the Pelican Rapids Vikings. So this is the first time that the Panthers have had a long field in front of them in quite some time, like the early part of the 2nd quarter. They've been able to capitalize on every opportunity, every short field opportunity they've had here in the past 10 or so minutes of this game, of playing time of this game. Now we'll see how they do with a long field in front of them here. 38-19, the Panthers have scored 19 straight to cut the lead in half. And they have the ball once again. Morris will roll out, avoid one tackle, and he will avoid another tackle. And now he'll throw it down the field. And that one is intercepted by the Pelican Rapids Vikings. And getting the INT for the Vikings is, once again, no numerical order here. Number 10.
By number 11.
Timmy
James
Gluer.
Hoffman.
Of course, I should have known that. The star quarterback, and then they flip him to defense, and I can't find out who has that.
Vikings average 1st and 10 at the Panther 27-yard line.
So Gluer still has the ball. Did he fumble it? It looked like, I don't know if he was trying to hand it off, and then he had to kind of rip it away from his teammate there. Maybe a miscommunication on if that was going to be a QB keeper or a handoff for a run. Either way, they get some yardage out of that miscommunicated play. And 8:32 and counting to go here in the third. Pelican Rapids turns over Park Rapids, and now they have good field position, marching down the field. Guler looks downfield. Now he tucks, and he'll get brought down. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Wrapped up by Mason Nesius.
8:08, 8:07 and counting to go here in the third.
Gives the Vikings 3rd down and 8.
3rd and 8. The ball will be placed at the 26-yard line. And that one's caught. Paulson has it. Paulson towards the end zone. He'll be a little bit short, down at the 1 or 2 yard line.
Jack Paulson for a big gain and a 1st down for the Vikings.
So it'll be 1st and goal. We'll see where they place the ball at. They'll place it at the 3 yard line, so not as close as I thought. But
1st and goal at the 3 yard line.
it has been little over a full quarter of play since Pelican Rapids has scored. And waiting for the signal, the far side official says touchdown Vikings.
He's in for a Viking touchdown.
So now it is 44-19, and like I said, that's the first time in a little over a quarter of gameplay that the Park Rapids Panthers have been able to put up some points on the board. It's been all right, did I say Park Rapids Panthers? I might have. I think I might just have to revert to Vikings and Panthers now. Or I could say Minnesota and Carolina, if that would help. 2-point conversion will fail.
2-point conversion is no good.
And we'll take a break, and I'll try and reset my mind here on which Rapids team is which when we return after this.
I gotta get a bigger place. How do I buy a house?
First-time buyers are my specialty. I'll guide you through it.
You have questions, Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus has answers. Call her today, 218-821-0292, or email Carissa Haugen at remax.net. Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus. Carissa sells the Lakes area. All right, welcome back. As the Vikings will kick off after scoring their first touchdown in a little over a quarter of gameplay. And that one will be received, and the Panthers will return it.
Aiden Monham on the return for the Panthers.
So the Panthers, after giving the ball up on an interception, Morris, intercepted by Timmy Guler, will get the ball back and get another chance to try and cut into this deficit with 7:01 to go here in the third quarter. Clock stopped at the moment with the change of possession.
Morris is sacked in the backfield. The loss of 2 on the play brings up 2nd down and 12 for the Panthers. Sacked by number 10, Timmy Guler.
Morris will lob a pass, and it's caught. He's brought down immediately. Jack Capenga on the defensive coverage there for the Vikings. And the only good thing that happened for the Panthers there was that the pass was completed. But it's still going to be 3rd down and 14. If he gained anything, it was maybe no more than 2 yards on that particular play. Nice defensive stop there by Capenga for the Vikings. Morris will look to pass, and he will fire it upfield, and that one was nearly intercepted there, I think, by Guler. No,
Morris
that was not
pass.
Guler on defense. That was number 19. That was
Intended for Ryan Carroll. Ball's incomplete.
Ethan Eisenman on the defensive coverage there for the Vikings.
Number 19, Ethan.
And that'll
Eisenman.
bring up 4th down. It'll be 4th and
On the
14,
coverage
and
catch
the
for the Vikings.
Panthers will punt.
Brings up 4th down and 14 for the Panthers.
Kick is away, nice kick, and that will take a nice Panthers roll out of bounds at about the 39, 40-yard line, somewhere in that area.
At the 40-yard line.
Looks like they'll mark it at the 40. So a change of possession will bring the ball back to the Pelican Rapids Vikings. I didn't think that was going to be that hard to keep track of. I've called a number of games for both of these teams over the years, but I think this is the first time these two teams have met up in any sport that I've been a part of the broadcast for. So maybe it was harder than I thought.
Guler handoff to Jack Capenga. No gain on the play.
Update from Frazee. Barnesville has a 40-0 lead at the start of the 4th quarter
Number 24,
over Frazee. So the Trojans up 40-0 over the Hornets.
2nd down and 10.
In a game that's being played not too far from here. It's about maybe a 30-minute drive from Park Rapids to Frazee. Home of the Big Turkey. Finally saw that in person for the first time about maybe a week, 10 days ago. A nice carry there by Capenga. Picks up
Jack Capenga.
about 4 yards, maybe 5.
Gain of about 4 brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Vikings.
So the ball will be placed at the 44-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 6. They got to get right up to midfield for a 1st down here. And a whistle, and do you have a timeout here, possibly with the Panthers? Or
Timeout called by the Vikings.
Oh, no, it would be a timeout by the Vikings, so we'll take a timeout with them. Once again, it is 44-19 here. The Vikings up on the Panthers on the Wolf and Simon Real Estate scoreboard.
On Thursday, that's tomorrow.
And we'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network.
1 in 5 high school students use e-cigarettes or vapes. Some of them, like Juul, are so slim and sleek that they look like a flash drive. That's why e-cigarettes and vapes are so appealing to kids. There are more than 7,000 flavors, and they're sold where kids shop, online and in convenience stores. Most e-cigarettes contain nicotine, which is highly addictive and can harm brain development as teens grow. No amount of nicotine is safe for youth. Like it or not, we are a target. This message is brought to you by the Minnesota Department of Health.
All right, welcome back. So 44-19 in favor of the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Guler with a pass in the backfield, and it's Capenga on the reception, and he gets up to maybe an extra yard on the play.
To Jack Capenga. Wrapped up by Wrigley Clark. Brings up 4th down and 5 for the Vikings.
.335 and counting to go here in the 3rd quarter. Once again, the winner of this game will more than likely lock up that 2 seed in the Section 8 AA tournament. Those will be seeded officially by tomorrow morning, if not later tonight, depending on how late the people who do that want to stay up, I guess. But and then the other team in this game will more than likely lock up the 3 seed, more than likely. Like I said, War Road is playing Roseau, and I don't have a score on that game. But even if Park Rapids loses and War Road wins, Park Rapids would still have an edge in section and an overall record. So like I said, Park Rapids will likely lock up the 3 seed with a loss, and Pelican Rapids will likely wrap up a 2 seed with a win. Like I said, likely. That'll become official sometime later tonight or tomorrow morning. And then Barnesville looks like they're healthily on their way to that number 1 seed with that 40-0 lead over Frazee at the start of the 4th quarter. And a nice run there by Ryan Carroll. Or I'm sorry, it was Wallen, excuse me. It looked like it was number 8, but I guess it was number 9. And that would explain the confusion on the name there.
Panthers have it 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So the 1, 2, and 3 seeds, we are pretty sure we know who those are going to go to. It's 4 through 8 that could have a lot of change depending on the outcomes of the other games tonight. And looks like, let's see, did Park Rapids move or did Pelican Rapids jump?
On the play. Encroachment called against the Vikings.
Okay. The referee had me confused there for a moment. He'll turn around and mark off the 5 yards the way that it was supposed to go.
1st and 5 from the 35-yard line.
Coming in tonight, it was War Road, Frazee, Hawley, Roseau, and Crookston in the 4 through 8 spots. And once again, those could change depending on the outcomes of those other 3 games being played. The 1, 2, 3, and 4 seeds will have home matchups in that 8AA section tournament. And once again, the section championship game will be at 5:30 p.m. at the Fargo Dome on November 3rd.
Flag on the play.
And we got a flag here. Looks like it's a personal foul face mask on the Panthers. So that's going to back them up a handful of yards, and I mean a lot of yards, 15 to be exact. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first year that the 8AA championship was not the late game at the Fargo Dome. Usually they had like that 7 or 8 o'clock game. This year they have the 5:30 game, and it's the AAA that has the late game this year. There'll be a total, I think it's a total of 5 matchups at the Fargo Dome on November 3rd, and I believe the first game starts at about 8, with all the other games to immediately follow the conclusion of the previous game with a short awards ceremony between each game.
Jaden Wallen wrapped up right away by number 11, Channing Russman. Loss of 1 on the play brings up 2nd down and 21.
So 2nd down and 21 as we creep inside, 1:45 to go here in the 3rd. Or I should say creeping towards 1.5 minutes is probably the better way to say that. Second down and 20 for the Panthers. They got backed up on a face mask penalty a couple plays ago. And Morris will launch it down the middle of the field, and it's caught. It is caught by Blake Morris. Noah Morris to Blake Morris on the large pickup. It's a pickup of 29 yards, and that'll be a first down for the Panthers. A little bit of offensive production here for the Panthers. late half of the second quarter up to now, but it might be too little too late. Had they put up this effort at the start of the first quarter, it might be a lot closer. On paper, you would assume that the Vikings would have the advantage of this one, but you take away that first half, and this is a lot closer game. And it was pretty much the first half that if Pelican Rapids can hang on to this 44-19 lead, which I would presume they probably will, but this will likely be the final play of the third quarter coming up here. But as I was saying, if you take away that first quarter, that's 26 points, 28 points, something like that. And Park Rapids might even have Park Rapids might even have the lead at this point if it wasn't for that. And he'll reach. He had the first down anyway, but he'll reach out for another yard possibly, and we'll see if they give it to him. And it looks like they will. It'll be a first down for the Panthers.
Tackled by number 19.
They'll stop the clock with 3.8 seconds, so there will be one more play. I was wrong on my last presumption. This will be the last play of the third quarter.
Panthers have it 1st and 10.
And no, they will crank the clock down to 0, and that was the last play of the third quarter. I got it right. The end of the third, Pelican Rapids up 44-19 over the Park Rapids Panthers here on Magnitude Sports. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with that fourth quarter in 30 seconds here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
For over 30 years, Budget Blinds, based out of Detroit Lakes, has been serving Perham, Fergus Falls, Park Rapids, and the surrounding area. Whether you need blinds, shutters, or drapes, check out the entire inventory online at budgetblinds.com. Budget Blinds is backed by the #1 provider for window coverings in North America and is your local window coverings expert. Visit them online today, budgetblinds.com, or give them a call at 218-206-9599. That's 218-206-9599 and online at budgetblinds.com.
All right, start of the fourth quarter, 12 minutes on the clock, and the Vikings have a 44-19 lead over the Panthers here to start after 3 quarters of play. Once again, Barnesville had a 40-0 lead over Frazee at the start of the fourth quarter at last report. And let's check out some of the other ones here. At last report, it was 22-6 Hawley with a minute left in the third. Not sure if that score has been updated or not. I'll try and get you an updated word on that one shortly here.
Sacked up in the backfield by number 2, Mark Capenga.
So Capenga gets a sack on Morris.
Loss of 10, make that 7 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 17 for the Panthers.
It has now come to the end of the third quarter. More in a moment here. And that's caught, and he spins away from a tackle, and he's down inside the 20, close to the 19. On the reception, Ryan Carroll.
First down. He tackled by number 13, Ethan Sjostrom. Panthers have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Flag on the play.
Now there's a flag, and this one's coming back.
Called against the Panthers.
So take that reception out of the stat book, and we'll see if they can duplicate their last play without a flag. As I was mentioning before that play started, it is now the end of the third quarter, and Hawley with that 22-6 lead over Crookston.
Panthers have it 2nd and long.
Okay, I got a score on the Warroad Roseville game now. The Warriors have defeated the Rams by the score of 44-25. So Warroad, with that win, will likely have the 4 or 5 seed depending on the outcome of a couple other games. Nearly picked off there.
Morris's pass falls incomplete.
Jack Capenga just needed an extra step to complete the process of that interception, but was a little bit short.
Third down and long for the Panthers. Falls on the 44-yard line.
Once again, Railroad defeating Roseville 44-25. So that is one, and all the other games are still in progress to the best of our knowledge here.
Timeout called by Park Rapids.
All right, well, we have a timeout here. We'll turn off Bon Jovi, even though I like him, and well, let's see if we can't figure out some things here. So Railroad with the win tonight improves to 4-4 overall in the season, and 3-4 in section play, and that will drop Roseville to 1-7 overall and 1-6 in section play with the loss. Barnesville is more than likely going to improve to 8-0 overall and 7-0 in section. And Frazee is more than likely going to drop that game unless they can come up with 40 points here in the fourth quarter. If that ends up being the case, Frazee would drop to 3-5 overall and 3-4 in section. Hawley, if they can hang on to that 22-6 lead that they have here at the start of the fourth quarter, they would potentially improve to 3-4. In section and 3-5 overall, and then it'd be a question on. I think Frazee defeated Hawley earlier this season. So if that, I have to go back and double check. But that would be a battle for the 5 and 6 positioning in that scenario there. So that's a short little update on what could most likely be here at the end of these games tonight. Morris gets sacked.
Sacked by number 53, Anthony Checo de Sousa. Brings up fourth down for the Panthers.
Bob says only if Frazee would play like they played against Pelican. And, yeah, that's a great point there, Bob. If I remember correctly, I think Frazee edged out. Or wait. I think that was like a one possession game or a 1 point game, if I remember correctly. I was looking at all those scores earlier this season, or earlier this afternoon when I was preparing for this game.
Vikings will start 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
When you have 8 teams and you're looking over the season schedule for all 8 of them, trying to memorize what happened is not the easiest task. But I remember I saw a couple of shockers when I was looking through that one. Screen pass to the outside, complete, and he's got some room. He's cutting to the outside edge. He'll be forced out of bounds there as his route will be cut off just shy of the 40, probably at the 41, 42-yard line is where they'll likely spot that ball. Oh, looks like I was a little bit off. Looks like he was out of bounds sooner as they place it at the 45-yard line instead. I just looked on my piece of paper. Pelican Rapids did win that game against Frazee. And I see now Bob just confirmed that. So thank you, Bob. Timeout is called by Pelican Rapids. So here we are in the fourth quarter. It still says third. Let me get that switched for you here. So here we are in the fourth quarter, and I finally got Park Rapids and Pelican Rapids sorted out. So timeout on the field. So if all these current scores stand, then the likely seedings that will become official sometime tomorrow morning would be Barnesville 1, Pelican Rapids 2, Park Rapids 3, and then 4 through 8 is where things can get a little bit crazy. But we're pretty sure that those first 3 slots are going to go to Barnesville, Pelican Rapids, and Park Rapids. It's just a matter of who wins this game to determine 2 and 3, and right now it looks like the Vikings have a good possibility of picking up a W here tonight. That pass, I don't believe, was caught. No, it was not. It came a little bit short.
Is incomplete. Knocked down by number 5, Wrigley Clark.
According to my notes, and these are very unofficial notes, Warroad can do no better than 4th and no worse than 7th. Frazee can do no better than 4th and no worse than 6th. Hawley can do no better than 4th and no worse than 7th. Roseau no better than 4th, no worse than 8th. And Crookston no better than 7th and no worse than 8th. So, once again, that's according to my notes before these games started today.
Trayvon Benson on the carry for the Vikings. Finally knocked out of bounds by number 5, Wrigley Clark. 3rd down and 7 for the Vikings.
Guler avoids some pressure, and the pass is caught. It's caught there by Jack Paulson. And that will be enough to move the chains and give Pelican Rapids a first down. So go the 4 receiver set, 1 far, 3 near. Now Paulson goes in motion a little bit, and he'll receive the screen pass, and he maybe got a yard on that.
Guler's pass complete to Jack Paulson.
Clock continues to tick. 8:35, 8:34 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
No gain on the play brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Vikings.
So a 2nd down, no gain officially, so 2nd and 10. Maybe even a little bit of a loss. We'll call it 2nd, 10.5 is what we'll call it. As the 2nd down markers slightly behind the original line of gain marker. And Guler will hand it off. Was that Kapenga? I couldn't quite see.
Kappinger bowling his way forward.
Kapenga, it was one of them. It was not Jack, but Mark. Mark Kapenga.
Tackled by Braden Hoffman of the Panthers.
Paulson will come into the huddle from the sideline here. And a flag comes in before the snap. And, well, I didn't see anything, but let's see what the referees saw. It's something against the Vikings.
Offside against the Vikings.
Offside. The referee was just a little bit off camera, and that's why I didn't see anything.
5-yard penalty brings up 3rd down and 15 for the Vikings.
So 3rd and 15 now for the Vikings. 7:14 and counting. And another flag.
Flag on the play.
And it's on the Vikings again. So now Guler will go back and talk with the head official. Share some words just to get some clarification on what's going on here.
Offsides against the Vikings.
So the Vikings are going to be charged with an offsides here. And they are going the wrong direction at the moment here. The clock stopped at 7:08. And that pass over the middle is caught, and he is brought down close to the, I can't see the yard. It's very faded down there.
To number 19,
Looks like
Ethan
close to the
Eisenman.
20. Eisenman on the reception.
Tackled by Jaden Wallen.
Panthers, their first year in AA, played the last several seasons in AAA and only had about 2 or 3 wins in the last few seasons. And they moved down to AA. And now they come into this game as one of the top 3 teams.
By number 55, Mason Nesius.
5-2 overall
And the Park
and likely to drop to
will take over,
5-3.
1st and 10.
But Pelican Rapids has always been a tough team. Barnesville's always been a tough team. Hawley has had the number of some AA teams over the past as well. Maybe not so much this season, but so assuming that the Panthers dropped to 5-3, their losses are to Fergus Falls, Barnesville, and Pelican Rapids. And that's nothing really to hang your head over. Like I said, Barnesville, Pelican Rapids, 2 of the better teams for the past few seasons here in AA. And a long pass, was it caught or dropped? They're saying it was dropped.
Morris's pass intended for Ryan Carroll falls incomplete. Eisenman on the coverage for the Vikings.
Crookston has scored, but it might be too little too late. There's a minute left in the 4th quarter, and Hawley has a 22-14 lead. And that play will finally be whistled to a stop.
Noah Morris.
As Morris will pick up a few.
Rugby scrum. Gain of about 5 that time. Brings up 3rd down and 5 for the Panthers.
Just moved inside the 6-minute mark of the game, of time remaining here in the 4th. Morris will pass. He's got a receiver, but his receiver doesn't got much after that. Maybe 2 yards, and that's about it. I believe it was Johanning on the reception.
Brings up 4th down for the Panthers.
It's 4th down. And that pass is incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And that'll give the ball back to Pelican Rapids with 4:39 to go here in the 4th quarter. And the Vikings will take the ball, and with the 44-19 lead, that turnover on downs for Park Rapids will likely seal the deal here for Pelican Rapids. And it is final now. Barnesville has defeated Frazee 40-0. That game has just gone final moments ago. And run up the middle will pick up about 4 or 5 yards. Guler still in at quarterback. I wasn't sure if they made a switch or not. Delayed handoff in the backfield and rumbling towards the first down marker. He'll be a couple yards shy, but a nice pickup regardless for Mark Kapenga. At least I think it was Mark Kapenga.
Give a couple, brings up 3rd down and 2 for the Vikings.
It looked like it was number 2 who carried it. Clock continues to tick, 3:35 and counting to go here in the 4th quarter. Once again, it is final. Crookston falls to Hawley, 22-14. Frazee falls to Barnesville, 40-0. And Roseau lost to Warroad tonight, 44-25, I believe is what the final was. Yep, 44-25.
Fumble on the play, recovered by the Panthers.
So the Panthers get a turnover. And it'll be first down. I'm going to write these scores down here so I don't have to keep looking them up. So all those leads that we were talking about maybe 10 minutes ago where I was saying if they were to hold, these teams would move to those particular records. They all held, and all that information is now accurate.
Timeout called by the Panthers.
Panthers will call a timeout. They'll stop the clock with 3:09 to go. Both teams have 1 timeout remaining in this contest. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. When we return from the commercial break here on the Magnitude Sports Network, stay tuned. We're coming right back in just a moment.
I gotta get a bigger place. How do I buy a house?
First-time buyers are my specialty. I'll guide you through it.
You have questions? Carissa Haugen at RE/MAX Advantage Plus has answers. Call her today, 218-821-0292. All right. Just coming back a couple seconds sooner. Carter Hurt in at quarterback now here for the Panthers. And he will get it back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. They're going to credit him with a loss of 1, actually. Bring up 2nd down and 11, just inside 3 minutes to go now. 2:51 and counting here in the 4th quarter. For those tuning in from Pelican Rapids and beyond, cheering on the Vikings, thank you so much for watching tonight. And for those tuning in, cheering on the Panthers from Park Rapids and beyond, wherever you may be watching from, we thank you for tuning in. And for the neutral fans who have no particular interest in who wins and loses this game possibly, or if they do, I don't know about it, we thank you for tuning in as well. So Hurt will take the snap. He'll roll, tuck it. Looks like he's going to run on his own. Ooh, and he gets met and taken down.
Carter Hurt. Trying to get around
there
the
by. That is Andrew Checo de Souza, I believe. I mean, it sure sounds like I'm making it sound right, even though I'm probably not.
3rd down and 9 for the Panthers.
Hurt will work out a shotgun. 4 receivers, 2 each side, a man in the backfield, and he'll fire. And that pass is batted down.
Hurt's pass knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
So that'll stop the clock with 1:16 to go. And it'll be 4th down and 9 for the Panthers. Will they bring in their punt unit or will they just go for it? Either way, it's not going to matter too much, I don't think, anyway. Crazier things have happened in 1:16, but I don't think any of those crazy things are going to happen tonight. And they will punt it away. And that'll take a roll and a stop close to the 21, maybe 22-yard line.
21-yard line, where the Vikings will start 1st and 10. With 1:06 to
So the
go in
Vikings
ball
have 1:06. And this will likely be the last offensive possession of the game here for the Vikings. I don't know if, unless the Panthers defense can step up. Yeah, only with one timeout. All Pelican Rapids has to do pretty much is kneel about 2 times, and this game will be over. Like I said, they'll have to kneel at least twice. 3 times if Park Rapids decides to use their timeout, but I wouldn't see a reason why they would want to use it. (1:06:22) on the play clock. And they will kneel down.
on a kneel down.
So that will reset the clock to 25. It'll reset the clock to 40, excuse me, and that'll bring the game clock down to about 10 seconds before the Vikings would be forced to snap the ball again. Right now, 40 on the game clock and 31 on the play clock. And if they wait another 2 seconds here, and they will, and that will do it. The remaining 27 seconds will wind down, and that will be your final score. The Pelican Rapids Vikings come to Vern Weekly Field tonight and pick up a 44-19 win over the Park Rapids Panthers. In a game that looked like Pelican Rapids would probably walk away with it, the Panthers struck in the late stages of the second and had a good start to the third and scored 19 unanswered before the Pelican Rapids Vikings would score again.
44.
And then after that score early in the 4th quarter, I believe it was with about 7 or 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter. I'm sorry, 17 or 18 minutes is what I meant. No, I'm not. 7 or 8. I was right because there's only 12 minutes in the quarter. 7 or 8 minutes left in the 4th quarter is when the Vikings scored their final touchdown of the game. And that brings us to our final score of 44-19. So, Pelican Rapids improves to 7-1 overall, 6-1 in section. Park Rapids falls to 5-2 in section and 5-3 overall. And Crookston, with the loss tonight, falls to 0-7 in section and 0-8. So to recap, Barnesville defeated Frazee 40-0, so Barnesville will likely lock in that 1 seed with a 7-0 section record, 8-0 overall record. Pelican Rapids, with the win over Park Rapids tonight, improves to 6-1 in section, 7-1 overall, and they will more than likely lock in that 2nd seed. Once again, I say more than likely because it's going to be official tomorrow morning. And so I can't say it's official just yet, but I can say it's more than likely. Park Rapids, pretty good chance they'll fall in that number 3 spot. 5-2 at the loss tonight in section, 5-3 overall. Wool Road, with the 44-25 win over Roseau, improves to 3-4 in section, 4-4 overall. And that drops Roseau to 1-6 in section and 1-7 overall. So looking at Wool Road, they came into tonight as the 4th seeded team in Section 8 AA. And with Frazee's loss to Barnesville, Warroad will more than likely lock in that number 4 seed. And if that's true, then it'd be Barnesville, Pelican Rapids, Park Rapids, and Warroad who would have the home games in that section tournament. And then Frazee, with the loss tonight to Barnesville, falls to 3-4 in section, 3-5 overall. Hawley, with the win tonight over Crookston, improves to 3-4 and 3-5 overall. So I want to check something really quick, and I'll kind of chit-chat here so you don't get too bored while I'm checking it, but I'm going to have to pull it up in the background here on the internet to see if I can't figure this one out here for you. Anyways, and then, I already reported that score. So Crookston's loss tonight to Hawley will lock them in at the ace seed more than likely. And then Roseau, with the loss, will more than likely be the 7. So the only one that I'm not more than likely sure on is the 5 and 6 spot between Frazee and Hawley. And that's what I'm trying to look up in the background right now here. And if you want to chime in with your thoughts, you're more than welcome to. But I don't, since I'm looking, I don't have the chat in front of me. So if I don't say something right away in response, my apologies. Let's see here, 3-4, 3-4. So it'd probably come down, like I said, Frazee came in at number 5, Hawley came in at number 6. And now the two teams are tied with a Hawley win and a Frazee loss. So it'd probably come down to who had the head-to-head win between Hawley and Frazee, who would lock in that 5 and then slip down into the 6 spot. And I'm going to get that information for you right about now. Maybe right about now instead. Yep, right about now instead. So Hawley played Frazee back on Friday, September 8th, and Hawley picked up a 19-6 win over Frazee. So Hawley will probably slip up to the 5 spot, and Frazee will slip down to the 6 spot. Probably. So with that said, it'll be probably Barnesville 1, Pelican Rapids 2, Park Rapids 3, Warroad 4, Hawley 5, Frazee 6, Rosal 7, and no, check that. Rosal 7 and Crookston 8. That's probably how that's going to shape up. But like I said, those will become official tomorrow morning, and we'll wait and see if I'm right or not. You can guarantee that I'll go back and listen to the end of this and see if I'm right or not in the morning. But that's likely how it's going to be. So if we take a look at the bracket, I don't have an on-screen version of it, but I have a paper version of it in my hands. The unofficial matchups would be Barnesville versus Crookston in Barnesville. And then it would be Warroad as the home team versus Hawley. And then on the other side, it would be Pelican Rapids taking on the 7-seeded Rosal Rams. And that'd be a home game for the Vikings. And then the Park Rapids Panthers would take on the Frazee Hornets here in Park Rapids, if those standings go as I said. So, like I said, those will become official according to the notes October 19th. Today's October 18th, so that'll be official tomorrow or later tonight. And then the volleyball ones are a few more days out. I believe it's October 21st when they'll seed the volleyball tournaments. Most of the regular season action for volleyball is done, but a few teams have some invite tournaments, and that's going to play a small role in maybe some of the seeding of that 8AA tournament for the volleyball side of things. So that's where we sit, and our next broadcast will be to be determined. If we go back and take a look at our online schedule here, or maybe we won't. This thing's wants to go to bed, I think. But our next broadcast will more than likely be on October 24th. And it'll more than likely be a quarterfinal 8AA football matchup. And then the 27th, the 8AA volleyball tournament will kick off. And then more football on the 28th, potentially, depending on who wins and loses. And then more volleyball, and more football, and more volleyball, depending on who wins or loses. Or if the right teams win and the wrong teams lose, as far as our broadcast schedule is concerned, Not that any team winning is right or wrong, but then we might get a break until November 30th when we kick off the basketball season. So that's a look at what's potentially ahead here on Magnitude Sports. So thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, your final score tonight here on the Magnitude Sports Network. It is the Park Rapids area Panthers falling to the Pelican Rapids Vikings tonight, 44-19. Thank you so much for tuning in and to this broadcast tonight. And outside of the final numbers on the scoreboard, we hope that you enjoyed the broadcast no matter which team you were cheering for. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again for playoffs here in the near future on Magnitude Sports.